Hello, I'm here in this very short video to show you how to crochet a standing stitch. This is one here. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is create a slip stitch. However you do your slip stitch, that is how I do mine. And pop that on your hook. Then you're going to work into whichever space your pattern tells you to work into. And in this instance, I'm going to show you how to create a standing treble. So we've got our slip stitch on the hook. We're going to yarn over, and then we're going to go into the space, which for a granny square would just be the corner. Pull up a loop, hold on to all the three of these, yarn over, take off two, just like you're doing a normal treble, hold on to those, yarn over, take off the last two. And that is a standing treble. And you can use that for granny squares in particular. It's a great way to start the round. And it means that you're not doing a chain 3 when you've changed colours. I've used it throughout this granny square strip, which is part of my new crochet blanket. And you can't tell where I've started the rounds in each case. It just blends in and it's really, really good, particularly for granny squares. It works sometimes when you're changing colours in a pattern and you're starting a new colour at a row end as well. That's another technique that I've used in this blanket. Sign up to my mailing list if you want to be first to know when that pattern gets released. And now I've shown you that one, I'm just going to show you a couple of variations, because although you wouldn't necessarily use this on this pattern, so say you were going to do a cluster. You'd start, again, you've got your slip stitch, you do a yarn over, and let's work a cluster, a standing cluster into here. So yarn over, take off two, you do have to hold on, so we're going to hold on to those two, and then just work the next one, part of your cluster. We'll do a 3 treble cluster here. This is UK terms throughout this video. Yarn over. There, we've got 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, holding on to everything, pull them all off. And that's how you can start with a cluster. You can start with any stitch, really. All you do is start with that slip stitch on the hook and just hold on to it and begin in mid-air if you like, and you can work any stitch that way. A pro tip for you would be when you start a new corner on a granny square, this was my last standing cluster here. I move on to the next corner. So my first, well, here's my chain 3 to start the granny square here. So the next corner I moved to was that one. Here I've moved to that one. If I was to do another round, I'd move to this corner, and that just helps to really hide where you've started and gets rid of the bulk, because there's a little bit of bulk here from weaving in the ends, so there'll be some bulk in this corner and then it would move to that corner, and it just evens out your blanket.